Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Kim here, and today is our Techniques Tuesday, and we are working out of our Charms and Dangles bucket, this bucket here. And I've pulled a few pieces out. Now these were the charm wannabes, and I figured we'll do some of those, and we'll use some of the things that are in this bucket to further enhance them. Now, just to go over last week when I've got my little stand here. Isn't this looking cute? I hope you can see everything. So I have the different fairy charms. There were 3 that were shorter, and then this one had the bigger leaf on it and the bead. And it had a green bead, and I wasn't going to put the green bead on there because it was such a big blobby thing. I've got it on a bulb pin here. I'll just take it off. But in the end, I actually liked it. And, you know, it's kind of foresty colors. So yeah, it only makes sense to keep that blobby bead on there. And so then my fairies got attached at the bottom. And this was just to show you that adding a little bit of length with the chain allowed me to add these charms on here and give me quite a substantial piece. Like, this is about 3 inches long just by itself. And then the bulb pin on the top. This one's a black one. I don't think I'll use a black. I'll probably use the brass colored. I just didn't have that handy. But it'll be a 4-inch long tassel-y thing that I can add onto my journals. So yeah, I made the 4 fairy ones last week with you. I think I only put 1 together on camera, and the other 3 I just grouped them together so that you could see. I can't remember. And then we did the one with the bottle cap. I love that. It's just so cute. So this one, I know I'm going to enjoy using that for sure. Well, all of them, of course. But yeah, long ways to go to fill this rack. Now, I also used the paper clips at the top of these pieces to dangle from. And now I can use the paper clip just clipped on the side of a page and have this dangle down the side of a page. So it's all good for creating different pieces. So I pulled these 3 out of the wannabe boxes. You know, these are the ones that were in this tray and in this other tray here. It's going to take a long time for us to get through all of these. Although some of this will be quite repetitive, that I can do one on camera and then do the rest off, I think. But we will see. And there's never going to be a shortage of jewelry to work with, or pieces to work with for making this jewelry. It'll be when you say you've had enough of it that we quit. Because no 2 pieces are ever the same. So this one I did with that cardboard, by layering the pieces together to give me the thickness. And I was looking in here, there's nothing white in this container, and I was kind of looking for something white, but the closest I could come was these pearls. And I really didn't quite feel that was something that would work. Well, it could, I suppose. I just have to find what would hook from there the best. I don't know, I'm not feeling the pearls. I think because there's silver in there and there's this brass on the outside of this one. So I don't think I would want to go with that. Save that for something else. And then I pulled these 3 red pieces out of this bucket. And then this was the broken piece of a necklace. It had a black cord on it, which I took the cord off. I kept the little parts here that could be used for other projects. And then this was the piece that had a couple of beads missing at the top here. I hope you can see that. And that's where I lined up the hole for dangling it from something. And then this piece was just done with 2 pieces of glittery cardstock glued together back to back. I inked the edges and then put a hole in the top and the bottom. So I pulled anything that was red and with the blacks and some black stuff just to see what I could come up with here. I've got this little lock on an earring hook thing. And just to come up with some different ideas. Now this one throws me off because of the white. That's the problem I have with this one. But I thought this could work. If I put this up here, this would make a very fun It makes me think of Alice in Wonderland, the Queen of Hearts. And I brought out some hearts here. Actually, we should try that. Are they here? No, this one. Yeah, I have some red hearts here. I don't know if this would work or not. But it just makes me think of Alice in Wonderland. And so I thought maybe if we could put a heart down here. It's kind of not quite the right color. And it would... Well, it wouldn't interfere, but it's not quite the right color, is it? Kind of orangey looking to me. So I think I would have to, I do like this though. I do like this hanging down here. Maybe it's one of those things that we just add it on and then see what happens from there. And then this one I had kind of said, well, this would go. That would be cute. But regardless, I have 3 holes here, so I do need something extra to fill in that extra little bit. But this could go on here as well. That's kind of cute. I don't mind that. I don't think this could go on top here. That's too much. Yeah, it's a little too much. And then I have these. They're again playing into the Queen of Hearts. I thought maybe, but then you don't really see that red diamond, and it's kind of no, I don't think so. And then there's this little lock, which would fit in there too. It's kind of an interesting piece, but I still want to see something with the white, or maybe more of the black. Maybe I need to find some black stones. I think I have a few in here. I brought these extra to the table because I knew that some of these pieces were going to need something. And that's not bad. If I've got another one, that would be great. So these are just those cheap, nasty beads that I always talk about. These are the beads that I want to use for making those dimensional gems. Oh, there's some white beads in here. Maybe this would work. And this one's got a little bit of a pearlized. Oh, that's also round. Okay, that wouldn't work. I hope this is not too boring for you to watch this stuff. Oh, here's another little oval one. Well, the white is kind of stark against there, isn't it? Somehow I like this black, but I don't think I have another black metal bead. I have a really large one, but I don't think that'll work. No. Let's see. Oh, maybe that one. No, it's not quite the same. But it's not bad. It's not bad, right? I don't think there was anything small in black ovals in here. No, but there's more of this. This is a chain here too. Maybe I'm taking the wrong approach with this red thing. No, I think I like the red one better, huh? But maybe it could go on there. That's interesting. So I do like this with the little lock. This is just a separate earring. I don't think there's anything else in here. That's just a little separate black bead. And that's a black diamond. There's that guitar pick again. Black flower. I don't think I like the star with this. There's another black heart. And they're not really red. They're more of a rusty red. Otherwise, these would be great. Oh, but there's another one of these black beads. Okay, now I'm seeing something here. Could this work here? Two black ones on the side. And that gives it just a little hint of red to bring the red in from up there. I like that. What do you guys think? Okay. What about this one? Oh, I think I like that one better. What do you think? Okay, this one's really twisted, but okay, I think it's coming. Yeah, I hope this isn't too boring for you to watch this. Okay. I may have to stop the camera and play with this off camera to get it to work, but I like that. I do like this, but it needs more white or more black. This gold or this gunmetal oval one is pretty. Maybe just the one. Maybe I don't need one down here. Or I can continue to look in my stash and see if I can find one. Anything's possible. I have so many little stone things here. Okay, and I do like the lock on there. Again, it makes me think of Alice in Wonderland. You know, the key, you know, she was trying the key in the doors to open the doors. And, you know, the Queen of Hearts, although there isn't a heart on here, but it makes me think of the Queen of Hearts for some reason. So I think I like this to build on that. It may mean looking for some other things to go on here to be, you know, a little bit more uniform. Maybe something in a dark red and the black, or maybe something white dangling from here, but I don't have anything handy here. But I do like this part of it so far. I think that's pretty cool with this up here. I think down here would be too much. Yeah, I don't think I like it there. So I think I would just put this one up here, and then it's always something I can add on to afterwards. I really like that. I hope you guys like it. I think this is something I can do. Now this one, I like that one. I like that one, but it seems so long next to these things. They seem so short there, kind of stubby looking. That doesn't do it at all. But this one is interesting, isn't it? This one sort of looks like that glittery stuff with this bead here. I think that could work. I think that could work. So now it's this one. Okay, don't like those. We do have this little... This broke off that necklace. Oh, maybe there's something in there I can use too. I don't know. This was part of this necklace. It had broken off of here, and it has the jump ring loop on it. And so I said this would make a really nice embellishment. I don't imagine that I can use that in any way in there. Although it would be fun, wouldn't it? Okay, I'm going to pass on that one. But let's see what else is in here. Yeah, these are all really more for embellishment type things. So I'm going to hold on to that for a bit. But this piece could go somewhere. And because of the silver, I like the silver in it. That could possibly, and it's the right color red. It's this darker red. So maybe that could go in here as well. Or maybe even taking this stone out of here, I could maybe use it here and put this one instead because it's got a little bit of silver in it. Whereas this is more brassy gold. But I could use this in here to tie in a little bit more of the silver and still maybe have this off to the side, the little lock. Maybe I could put the lock sort of on the side, have that stone up there, and then just keep my eye out for something white that I can add into here as well, or some other little white beads or something. I think that's too... It's almost like it needs like a silvery bead. Oop, throwing these things around. Something silvery. See, this is the part that is harder to do because it takes some time to think. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, I need to get a tray. And see if we can find another mate for that. There are some really tiny beads in here. So that was kind of a little flower. Yeah, you guys can fast forward at any time because I'm sure this is boring. I'm going to pause the camera for a second and I'm going to see if I can find one. Okay, I'm back. I think I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Okay, well, that was about 20 minutes that I'm never getting back in my life again, for sure. So I played around. I did find some more shiny beads, and I did find 2 of those flower beads. And if you can believe it or not, now I don't want 2 of them. I played around with this a little bit more and came up with a different plan. So this one is staying true with the 2 round black beads on the sides, and then this one, and then there's room to either add just a jump ring and a bulb pin, or just a bulb pin, or whatever on top. I think I will use a little bit of chain to make this dangle properly. And then this one here, I don't know if you can see the whole thing here. I put that little silver flower here down at the bottom. And I decided I'm bringing the black bead up at the top, or this black gem up at the top, because I only have one of those. Couldn't find a second one of that. And then I have this heart. that it's just a plain black heart, and it's got a hole on the at the center of the heart and then down at the bottom, so that can dangle something from it. And that came out of the charms. So I figured it was pretty plain, so I figured I found a larger heart, or a larger of these sort of silvery white flowers, and so I put that in the center. And then I found a little tiny red gem, just one, stuck that in the center. So I'm going to take this stone here out of this earring and dangle it from the bottom of this heart. And then this piece, I thought I was going to dangle it here. I thought to tie the silver in, because there is silver in the back of this, I would put it here. So that would tie the silver in. So then if I pull that red bead and stick it here, then I have a dangle from here. And then I still can use this little heart-shaped locket. So there it is. That's what it's going to look like, except that these are going to have a little bit of chain on them. And then I thought, well, do I take this chain? I thought, no, maybe I'm going to use some of this beaded chain to make these dangle a little bit nicer, because I think they're just a little too stubby to go with the rest of this. So I'm going to use maybe 2 links for each one to dangle it from there, to make them a little bit longer. And then this is going back in the pot for us to work with another day. So that's what I'll do that with. And then I've got some chain that I can use to further enhance these so that they dangle a little bit better. I think that's the plan. And then this one here, it had such a big space. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have made this a lot shorter. I still could. I could cut it off and just redo the hole on it. But, what's done is done. So I'm going to put this heart. Now, this heart has a loop at the top and a little hole at the bottom. So I'm going to use the heart to cover the hole that's there. So I'm going to put that in front, so that this becomes the attachment for these things. And they were a pair of earrings. I didn't realize there was 2 in the box, but when I was digging around, I found the second one. And this one is loose. So it may end up looking like this, because of no matter how I could try to glue it up at the top again. But I think if I stick that one through that little hole in the heart, and then let this one dangle how it may, or I could try gooping it, or not gooping, using E6000 and seeing if I can get it to sit together enough. So those would dangle from there. And then I had this little bit larger one red bead. I don't know, I have a million of these little gems, but I only have a limited amount of red ones that are dark. I have the lighter orangey red ones. So I thought this could cover the little loop that's up there, because this can actually hang a little bit lower. So it has this elongated flow to it, which ends down here at the bottom. And again, I'd have to decide what it is I want to put at the top, whether it's just a jump ring and a bulb pin, or if I want to extend this further. But I think this is pretty long. That's already about 5 inches long. So that's a pretty nice long tassel. I think I could also consider building on it a little bit more, but I really like how this flows. And like I said, it brings your eye down the whole length of this, because of the point in that stone, and then the point in the heart, and then the circular motion coming down. So it has a really nice flow to it. And the same with this one. There is quite a bit of flow in that it's leading you down to the bottom here, and the added interest of the different gems in the different colors. Would have liked to have had some white. I have white beads, but I think they would be too stark white to put in here. So I'm going to leave it just the way it is. However, I could play. I don't know if you remember this necklace I had was in the pile too, and it's broken. But I said, there's lots of gems to harvest from here. So I could even take 2 of these, which now that I think about it might be nice too. It's a little bit heavy. Okay? It's a little bit heavy, a little bulky for this part. So maybe not. Maybe just a little bit of chain to give it a little length. And that should be all I need for these pieces to have where they will flow into each other. But I will put them a little bit higher up so that, or a little bit further out so they don't interfere too much with this, but just flow a little bit into the center. So that is the 3 pieces that I'm going to work on right now. I think I'll probably use this chain if I'm going to start taking things apart instead of this chain. But these are the 3 pieces that I'm going to work on. I'm going to work on them off camera and I'm going to come back with them done because I don't think you need to see me actually do this. It's just jump rings now connecting and gluing these stones all in place and taking the hardware off of the jewelry parts. So it's pretty basic stuff, right? So I will take them off and hopefully this will continue to flow. Although this might be nice too. This would be kind of cute. It's a little bit orangey, but it's actually quite flashy. That's kind of nice too. I think I like that better. Yeah, I think I like the smaller one better. Okay, I will work on this off camera and I will come back with the finished pieces for you to see. Just hang on now. Okay, in doing this, I just put the, I use these small beads that are on pins already. They're already linked together. And so after I put these on, this one seems a little bit stubby down here at the bottom. So I figured, well, I've got 4 of these yet, like 2 here and 2 here. So I'm just going to add 2 to this one by opening it up. I wasn't going to show you this stuff on camera, but I realized, you know, sometimes you want to see this, how it gets built as it goes along. So I will do as much as I think I can over the next few minutes, and then the rest I will show you afterwards. So I'm just feeding this because this was that earring that I took off of the earring shepherd hook. And so I'm just feeding it onto that link. And I love when you can find necklaces that have these already linked beads, pick them up because they are so great for doing extensions to extend pieces and link other things onto it. So I've just closed that up again. And now I think it's a good length to put on here. So it draws the eye down towards that little bit of red that's there. And since I have 2 left, I'm going to use them at the top as well. So that just, again, makes it look a little bit more balanced. It almost looks like a dream catcher now when you see it all put together, doesn't it? So I'm going to add a jump ring there and then another one at the top. And then, as I had mentioned, if you have a jewelry stand that you're going to put them onto when you make your pieces, I would just use an earring hook until I'm actually ready to use it for a piece of as a dangle or on a project. So just now these are a very soft jump ring, so I'm able to open them up with my fingers, using the same method of going back and forth instead of prying them open, which is why I don't have fingernails. Because I have a tendency to rip them from opening and closing these jump rings. There we go. So yeah, that has a really nice flow to it now. Lots of fun color. And then just adding these at the top. Now you can either put the jump ring through first and then add the beads, or vice versa, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Okay, that's connected. And so yes, I would either now add a bulb pin to the top, or in this case, I'm just going to add one of these little shepherd hooks on there to just hold it on my project until I'm going to use it. But that's ready to go. Isn't that cute? So this was an earring. This was a post earring on the cardboard, the glitter cardboard that I doubled up on both sides to give it a base, hole punched everything, and then I used these extender beads, you know, these already linked beads on like little metal eye pins, and then a few more here at the top. So that one is ready to go. And yes, it's just going to sit on this ring. I mean, I have lots of bulb pins, but I don't like to use them until I need them. And these things don't last long in my stuff. So this one I'm going to take apart now from this earring ring that's here. I need smaller pliers. And these little tiny jump rings that come on the jewelry are so small that it's a nightmare to try to reuse them. And they're done at the time of manufacturing the earrings, of course. It's open. There we go. It's off. And now just to get it off of here. There we go. And to get it off of there. So you see how this opens up now. That just shows you how these earrings are made, right? They're done on a string like this, and then they use it's called a crimp bead. And they have 2 jump rings on here that I'm just going to keep on there. And I'm going to use another jump ring to hold it back together again. So I'm going to open this up. And instead of putting this, the one that was dangling from there, I'm going to put the one that has the silver. This was that broken piece. And it is on a little, like a little tiny lanyard necklace hook thing. But first I have to feed one end of this onto here, and then feed this piece on. And then feed this closed. So now this piece is sitting in the right direction in the middle of these other beads. The only thing is now when I close this jump ring, closed, yes, you can see, I'll try and hold it for you to see, that the jump ring is going this way because it's holding all those together. And I need to feed it this way onto this thing. So this is where you would need a second jump ring. Does that make sense? If you can see, it's round and going across here to hold the 2 ends of this earring, and then it's got this held in the middle by its own ring. So it's facing the wrong direction. So I have to add a second jump ring to go through the first one and through this little hole here in order for it to fit and go on the right way. So that is where you'll have to play with your pieces and see why it's not hanging in the right direction, and to learn that you might have to use more than one jump ring in it in order to get it to keep its shape. So now taking the second jump ring, I'm just going to open it up. And I'm going to feed it right onto this piece. So I know it's not easy to see, but it is open. And it is going through the loop already on this on this white section. But you have to make sure that you feed this on the right direction, because if you feed it the wrong way, it's going to end up being backwards. So you have to hold it flat, stick your jump ring over the jump ring. Does that make sense? And then very carefully grab the open ends. And this is where I'm going to use the extra pair of pliers. And close it up. So it takes a little bit of practice, but and I think I got it closed good. All right, so now when I lay it down, it is facing in the right direction. So this jump ring is holding it forward or making it face forward because of the extra jump ring that's on there. So that is something you'll have to practice and play with to get a full understanding of how to make your jump rings work in the right direction for you. So I'm going to take my toothpick and my goop, my E6000. Sorry, Mr. E6000. I keep saying goop. It's not goop. Although goop really loves this idea. And I have a piece of tissue here. Clean off my gucky end. Gucky, is that actually a word? Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the end of my toothpick and place it where I want that black stone to be. In this case, I'm not going to worry about putting hot glue to hold it in place because I'm not going to be moving anywhere with it. My dog just realized it's supper time. So you may hear him barking because he gets over the top excited about supper no matter what. Okay, so I have that one up there, and I'm going to add this little silver floral one down at the bottom. So putting a little bit of glue there. That is now being added on. And then I have this little flower is going on the heart with this stone, but I don't want to do it until I've got this already on the piece. And then this is going to dangle from the bottom there with another jump ring. So I will leave that for now. And I've got to take this piece apart here. So I'm going to pause the camera again and come right back with all of this done. Just a second. Okay, so far so good. I have now got these two pieces added on. I hope you can see close enough that these are added on. I only used about 4 links of the chain. This is that darker sort of gunmetal colored chain that came off of here. I decided that the other chain was a little bit too small, and I wanted to leave the rest of it as a tassel to use on another project. Where did I put it? Here it is. No, that's not it. Where is it? Here it is. So I'm going to save this to use on another project because it's still got a nice bead at the top and quite a bit of chain. And these little links are too small, and these ones were just too heavy looking for what I wanted here. So this is why I use the other chain. It's one of those things that you just have to play around with as you go along. So the only thing I have left to do is to add my little flower here that I'm going to glue down, and then the stone on top of it to pull the whole thing together. But I think that looks pretty cute as it is. And now I'm going to add a jump ring on the top. I don't want any more chain or anything because that will just make it way too long. But it's going to be a really cute piece. Like I'm really excited about that one as well. So my next step is to go on to this one, and I think what I will do with this one is I've already glued the heart down, and I've glued this little piece on. So I'm going to have to let it set for a little bit. I'm also going to glue this one in place where it's come loose so that it will hang nicely as an extension on this one. And I should be able to open this ring up. It's a little bit different of a ring, but I should be able to open it up as well as this one and feed it on without having to add any more jump rings onto here. So that I will do off of camera. I think you've got enough of an idea of what I'm doing. And I will add a little jump ring on the top as well, and then these will hang from my stand. This is a process, as I've said before, this is a process that takes some time to do. It's not, this is just a shepherd hook that I'm using here. It takes some time to do this. It's not a quick project to show on camera. So you just have to kind of know what it is I'm doing, and I will try to explain what it is I'm doing. But I think these charms turned out pretty nice. I would definitely use this one for an Alice in Wonderland type of a project. And there's lots of opportunities that I could still add a few more things on here if I wanted to. This one here, just a jump ring in there as well. And, it's a pretty neutral piece. If I was doing anything in a reds with gold, it would fit in very nicely. And this one just says very boho, very tribal looking. So I will have fun adding this to any of my boho journals. So they're about 5 to 6 inches in length. This one is actually 6 inches. So I don't want to add too much at the top here. But these are all good size to add on to a journal as a finishing tassel or touch on them. We're going to make small ones as well, little ones that you can use for enhancing your tabs and, to have on the side of a page. But these are really nice statement pieces to make to add onto your journal as a tassel on the outside. Now, even though I'm just adding a jump ring on there, I could add a lobster claw. Like I have this one here that has the lobster claw. I could add, I would add one a little bit bigger than this, of course, but a lobster claw at the top to quickly attach it onto a journal and take it off if you want. But I will, again, wait until I'm actually going to use it for something before I start investing in that hardware into these projects. Because sometimes I don't work on, an Alice in Wonderland journal for a while, but I just love this layout. I just have to glue that down. And I think it just it adds to the possibilities of Alice in Wonderland, or just a black and white and red journal. But that's it for my video for today. I have company coming next Tuesday, so there won't be a video next Tuesday. I'm picking up Barb and Thelma at the airport. Yay! It's only 7 more sleeps until I get to see them. And the rest of the week is going to be hit and miss. I've got things to do, so I don't know if I will have a video or not. I may do my Happy Mail video before the weekend is up, because I picked up 2 more. Joan, I got two from you came in, and so I may do my Happy Mail video as well. But that's about all I'm going to get done this week, honestly. On Saturday, the arm's length art, you are pretty much playing on your own. I do have one video from last week, which was related to the arm's length art. Sorry, I didn't get back on Saturday to share with you, but I did turn the camera on while I worked, and I showed you my process for doing masterboards in a magazine. And so I will be editing that video and uploading that one as well sometime this week. So you'll have a couple of videos to watch. It's a long one, and it's like watching paint dry too. So but you guys like this stuff. I don't know. You like it. Excuse me. So that's it. That's all. I wish you all a very creative week, and I will give you more updates as I know what's going on. We are going to the fabric sale next week. We are going to be thrifting next week. We're going to have a couple of play days. If I can turn the camera on and share that with you, I most certainly will, because Barb and Thelma are both hams, and they will get right in there and play along too. Well, Thelma's here, whether it's the first week or the second week, we will spend some time doing some dangles, some charm dangles for your windows, because I know some of you are waiting for that. So we will turn the camera on for that as well. Thelma can maybe walk through some of her process, and I will walk through some of mine, and we'll see whose you like better. It's going to be Thelma's. She uses way more bling than I do. That's it. That's all. Have a very creative day and a creative week, and stay tuned for some bits and pieces that are coming through. Bye for now.